1-2 minutes feedback to everyone on this. See, I receive so many emails, okay, every day. Some of them land up in the spam, some of them come through with a lot of things talking about seminars and all those things. So most of the time it's just keep on deleting because mailbox is it's too big now. So, but then it's very strange when the mail from Nikhil came in. I actually clicked and I opened it. I went through it. I'm honestly saying I did not go through the entire email. But there was something I didn't delete the email the first time, okay? The next time again, after a few days I went in, I clicked, then I went and registered. I'm talking this, I think happened a month back from now, most probably. Okay? And then I saw one email coming in recently, maybe a couple of weeks back from now, talking about a seminar. Again, my eyes fell on that. So I again opened it. And I had quite a number of things planned for this weekend actually. But somehow, I don't know what happened, I decided no, I'm going to be there. Yesterday, I was speaking to our ex-HR. So I come from the IT domain, from the IT industry, the domain being the hospitality for the last 8.5 years. For example, Make My Trip, Clear Trip, Expedia, Travelocity, all the major online distribution systems in the world, I have been involved in connecting them via simple XML technologies across platforms. So that was for the past 8.5 years. Before that I was into consulting. So, and I am in touch with some of the people. So I met the ex-HR yesterday and she said that, okay, why didn't you come and join? There is an experience in being programmed which is happening on energy, on pranic healing. You must have heard, some of you must have heard in Haldiram and all. Okay. So I was supposed to be there doing some healing for some people today and tomorrow. Okay. So she said, you are coming tomorrow. I said no. Then she said, why? Because 6 months back I was there. I usually go there. Okay. She said, why? I said, because the workshop that's happening. Oh, it's what, a spiritual workshop? I said, no, it's not a spiritual workshop. It's something different. It's personality development. And believe me, it's when I was sitting there, I was listening to him. I found it was no less than a spiritual workshop. Very well crafted, wonderfully, crisply. I mean, because I was connecting each and everything he was saying, and there is a lot more to what he is saying. It will take a long time for a lot of us here to understand that. I was picking it up at that particular level. But believe me, what he delivered here, I am sure I personally haven't in a few hours experienced everything in a nutshell in any one of the seminars I have attended so far in my career. I can tell you that. He has spoken, he has talked about science, he has talked about a lot of things, he has talked about everything from a scientific perspective, very logically everything, but the inner golden thread was always spirituality. That's a very wonderful and a clever way of putting it across, because otherwise it's very difficult for people in the beginning to assimilate these kinds of things. Over a period of time, as everyone evolves through the course of their life, a lot of things will be picked up by themselves. I just wanted to tell you a small little interesting thing that happened. I hope you have just 2 minutes time.
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay, so what do you see here? What is this?
It's a watch.
This is a watch. What kind of watch do you think this is?
Digital watch.
Okay, only digital. Anything else? Any other ideas? This is one of the most advanced watches internationally. It has a GPS tracking system. It has altimeter. It has barometer. It has storm alarm. It has everything that an explorer would need. It has compass. It has everything. It's a Sunto Ambi 2. Okay, now why I'm talking about this? I got delayed for this workshop because of this. Okay, I am sometimes very impulsive by nature. So when I want to get something, I really want to get it very fast. Okay, and over the last so many years, I have understood one thing: that we must not rush into anything. Things will take their own sweet time. Okay, there is a time for everything, and there is a place for everything. Right? But at times it's the human mind which doesn't remember the lessons learned. So I was mad about it. Okay, nobody knew in my place, and my parents had gone on a picnic. I didn't go because I wanted to come here. I called him up saying that I'll be delayed. I'm waiting for a consignment. I kept on calling DTDC every branch in the morning, saying that what's the status, because the latest status wasn't telling me where this was actually. All I got to know, this has arrived in Calcutta, and it was somewhere in some of the centers. Nobody could. Finally, I got hold of someone and he said, okay, fine, it is here, but you'll get it in the second half, right? And I wanted to use it today itself. This needs to be charged, okay? Because this consumes a lot of power. You need to charge it via a different kind of a port it has. You have to charge it, and then the battery lasts for around 50 hours or so. So then what I did, I pushed them so hard, I kept on calling them and said, I need it. They said, you'll get it second half today. I said, I'm not going to be here, okay? So let me do something. Let me come over. Let me take the position. I'll bring all the ID proofs and everything. And I was so much insisting that they said, okay, fine. Then our office is in Raghunathpur. And I crossed Raghunathpur. Then I understood I crossed Raghunathpur. And because I was in a four-wheeler, I couldn't just turn around. And you know, there's a lot of construction going on. I called them up. They said they had no one to send this item to at that particular place. I turned around. So that's why I lost another half an hour. I turned around, again went there, picked it up. I got it open then and there itself to check if everything is fine or not. Okay. And then I was happy and finally brought it. While coming here, I wanted to check the other items. You know what I found? This is the charger. This came in a sealed pack, okay? And it wasn't tampered. Everything came in a sealed pack. We found the charger broken. So my rushing doesn't help. So I have gone back by another 72 hours now. I wasn't willing to wait, but the system taught me a beautiful lesson. So I called up this guy. The guy said, sorry, it shouldn't have happened. I'm sending you a replacement, but my office will open on Monday. I cannot wait before that. So it's a very different thing I'm trying to say here, is that there is harmony in everything. Okay. So what we need to look for in life, my own personal experience is, you see, when you speak over phone, whether it's a landline or whether it is a cellular phone, you depend on something which is known as a carrier frequency, right? On that carrier frequency, you send the waves, right? Life too has a carrier frequency. And what do you think it will be the carrier frequency? Carrier frequency is joy, of course. As long as the joy is there, that vibration is there, things are in harmony, things work. As long as it's not there, the signal drops, it's a disconnect. I have experienced it in every moment in my life. The moment I am happy, passionate about something, things work automatically. The moment I am unhappy, all of a sudden things are not happening for strange reasons. Okay, and this is again an example of rushing for things for which it could have taken its own sweet time to come and things should have been fine. But this time I noticed that after I received it and I saw this, I just remembered that this is a mistake I made. I should have waited for a couple of days. This is just one example. There are many, many examples I can share on later on. But this is very interesting. It's usually forgotten by most of us, and we tend to rush into doing something, making money very fast or making relationship very fast, but then we don't wait and give the system the time to build itself. So as long as we can keep the carrier frequencies going on in that with a carrier frequency as joy, then everything is going to sweetly fit into place and things are going to work in tandem with each other. Life is going to be very smooth. Okay, so so what again I really appreciate this session because it has all of a sudden created a lot of ripples within me. There is another small term which is what you were talking about. There is another term for it known as sympathetic resonance. Sympathetic resonance. Or any one of you into music?
Yeah.
You are a guitarist?
No, I used to be a vocalist.
Vocalist, okay. So
I used to play guitar.
Yeah, I used to play guitar
Okay.
also.
So when you are tuning a guitar,
Yeah.
all you need is one string to be tuned, right?
Tune,
Exactly,
yeah,
yes.
exactly.
Then the other frets
You
you
can
keep
just
on tuning.
Resonance.
Why? Because if one of the strings is tuned to a particular frequency with that of the other one starts playing by itself. Isn't it? So you play, let's say there are two pianos in the room, you play a particular C note here, and keeping in mind both the pianos have been tuned perfectly, automatically the other piano will play that C note. This is known as, we have seen in school resonance, right, with the tuning fork, right? The same thing, that you play one note here, musical note here on one instrument. If it is a string instrument, another string instrument at rest will automatically start vibrating. So now this is the analogy. What I'm trying to say is, what he was saying is, we have a physical body, we have an emotional body, okay, and we have a mental body. There is of course an astral body which is same as emotional body, and so on. A lot of things about that.
Yeah.
We'll not go deep into that. But somewhere all around us we have these different kinds of emotions, higher emotions and lower emotions.
Yeah.
Higher emotions is courage, love and so on. Lower is anger, hatred, jealousy. Okay? These emotions reside in all of us. Now what happens is, you are walking towards me, I am walking towards you. Your anger energy is very high. Your anger emotion is very high. It will immediately pick on my anger energy, resonate, high amplitude. I become angry. Sometimes you really don't know why you are angry. You have actually unknowingly caught someone else's anger.
Yeah.
Right? So, now you cannot do much about it. You can transmute it. There are ways to do that. But here, the main thing to remember is that if I want to really influence people in a positive manner, I'll try to keep all the good emotions with me at all point of time. I'll try to be happy, what you were saying, not complaining. The moment you complain, your graph just goes down. You are disconnected. You are no longer in harmony with the universe. You are not being grateful. So there is a law of attraction, there is a law of gratitude, there is a law of abundance, there are several laws. You have already disconnected yourself from the law of gratitude because you are complaining. You should be grateful for everything that you get. Even the dog barking in the middle of the night. There is a place for everyone and everything in this universe. That's the balance it builds, right? So that if I am carrying all the good emotions with me, the higher emotions with me, I will resonate that. The person from the other side could easily get transmuted or could resonate with the same energy. So if I am in a good mood walking on the street in the morning, I'll meet all the people who are going to make me happy. So that's again how things work. So that particular resonance thing. So what I was trying to say here is, whatever you are saying, I was internally just resonating, and I was getting very excited. And I had actually gone back so many years now. I am feeling so useful about everything. And especially this group and your stories, guys. Too good. I'm really privileged to be a part of this group and would like to make time and attend these sessions as much as possible.